Hey guys, Michael Rashan back with you again. Happy Friday. And if you weren't here last week, well, that's okay because neither was I. But we are talking about time blocking. And as you can see from the title here, how to get more hours in the day. Now, of course, we're all given the same 24 hours. And sometimes, oftentimes, I would venture, most people feel like that's just not enough. And there's not enough hours in the day to get the things that they need to get done. And that is why I'm so passionate about time block. So before we get into this, I wanted to say a quick thank you for watching my channel. You guys helped my channel grow a lot since it started. Starting to get some good momentum, and that is all thanks to you. So I wouldn't be here doing this without you. And I appreciate you guys showing up for me. And I appreciate the comments and the likes and everything else. And on that note, if you have not liked and subscribed, shame on you. Go ahead and do that right now because we do have these videos coming out every Friday. Last week got the better of me, but other than that, I try to do them every Friday. And this particular topic of time, we're going to be spending a couple weeks in. First this week, just kind of defining time blocking. What is it? Next week, we're going to get into some actual tools and applications that you can use to help kind of structure your week and manage your time so that you can do the things that you want to do, not just the things that you have to do. So what are we going to cover today? What is time blocking? Very simply, just kind of defining time blocking. The top things that suck up your time. Now, I'll give you a hint. There's three things that happen on the average person's day that suck up almost 8 hours of the day. And then three reasons why you should time block. So if that second one doesn't convince you, then I'm going to give you three more reasons. Three different keys to effectively time blocking. Just kind of some strategies to get behind time blocking and to be effective with it. And then what to do when life happens, because inevitably the best laid plans, we're going to hit some roadblocks along the way, and that's okay. So what is time blocking? Time blocking at its core is simply just scheduling your day. Now, time blocking is literally as simple as it sounds, but don't let that fool you to make you think that it is easy. And what I mean by that is that the concept of time blocking, actually filling in your calendar with what you're going to do on a given day. So 10 to 11, I'm doing this. 11 to 12, I'm doing this. 12 to 1, I'm at lunch. So you're basically being intentional with your time, and you're telling your calendar, therefore the time, what you're going to be doing at any given point. Now, the concept is simple, but the practice of it can be very, very difficult, at least to do it consistently. So what are the top three things? There's actually three things that suck up 7 hours and 55 minutes in total. The first one of that is in the United States, people spend an average of 2 hours and 3 minutes on social media each day. Now, this is just general speaking throughout the day, work or not. And then within a specific workday, people spend an average of 3 hours and 29 minutes checking their work email and another 2 hours and 23 minutes checking their personal email. Now, that may seem like a lot of time because that's 5 hours and 52 minutes right there just between checking your personal and your work email. But I think you have to consider the fact that it's very closely tied to the accessibility of email. Now, if you're like me, one of the first things that I find when I open up my screen is my email app. And as you can see, I've got over 19,000 unread messages. It's like it's screaming at you all the time. I had notifications turned off, but if you don't have your notifications turned off, every time you get a new email, it's going to pop up saying, hey, so-and-so wants this, or I'm trying to sell you this, or come look at this, or come do that. Same thing with your desktop. How many times a day, if you have your notifications on, you probably get them every 5 or 10 minutes where you're getting batches of, hey, do this, do that, look at this, look at this. It's constantly vying for your time and your attention. And that is where time blocking comes in because it gives you the freedom and the flexibility to still check your email, to still respond to those emails, but it compresses the amount of time from 3 hours and 29 minutes down to an hour a day. That right there frees up 2.5 hours of your day just for your work email. So 3 reasons you should time block. If I haven't convinced you yet, here's some more. You will actually gain a ton of freedom to do the things that you want to do as opposed to always doing the things that you have to do. You won't ever have to ask what's next. That's kind of an added benefit because all you got to do is go look at your calendar or go look at your list of things that you have to accomplish for the day, and then you have the next thing to do. You will get the most important tasks done first. So life happens, we all know that. But if you are intentional with prioritizing what needs to get done first, then you can make sure that at the very least, when you have time, it's being spent on your most important tasks. Prioritize and time block those fun things as well. Whether that's going to a movie, playing a video game, whether it's taking a nap, whatever it is for you, time block for those things as well. So it's not just, again, the things that you have to do, it's the things that you want to do. Three keys to effectively time blocking. Keep it simple. We're going to get into this a lot more next week as far as some of the tools and apps and different things that you can use to manage your time. But at a very basic level, we all have a calendar. Most everybody has a calendar on your phone. You know, you got a calendar app, Google Calendar, iCalendar, whatever it is for you. Even if it's just a sheet of paper that has 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. written out on it, kind of thing. There's very simple ways to start doing this, so you don't need to overthink it and reinvent the wheel. And then start with the list of priorities. So before you fill anything in on your calendar, before you block out any time, start with the list of priorities that must get done. Now, once you have that list, then you can go in and start filling your calendar in from there. And as much as you can, sit down Sunday night is what I like to do. I like to sit down Sunday night and kind of project out all the things that I have coming up that next week, the stuff that I know about. Obviously, you can't predict everything, but what priorities do I have? What meetings do I have? What classes am I going to be in? And then what do you do when life happens? You get a flat tire. Maybe your phone's dead and you oversleep. That happened to me the other day. My phone didn't charge in the middle of the night. My alarm didn't go off, so I didn't get up when I was planning on it. Or a kid gets sick and you have to stay home. You know, God forbid you get coronavirus, which it seems like is running rampant right now. Whatever it is, life happens and that's okay. What you do is just take a breath, take a second, and then go back to your list, go back to your time blocked sections, go back to your list, go back to your calendar, and find the next task. And it's okay if you screw up. It's okay to mess up because we're going for progress, not perfection. And we're simply trying to do better this week than we did last week. And if you do nothing but that, then I count that as a win. Because life is so busy and there are so many distractions that I've found, especially in my own life, the things that I ultimately want to do, spending time with family, traveling, working with my hands. I love building things, doing stuff like that. Those are seem to be the first things that go when life gets busy and crazy and I don't have a schedule and I don't follow my schedule. So I would encourage you that much more than it's going to put any restrictions on you, time blocking will actually give you a ton of freedom. So that's my encouragement for you guys. Come back next week. We'll get into some actual calendar tools, some tracking apps that you can use, some different reminder things that can help give you a leg up and help give you some consistency as you're trying to establish and build this new habit. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Come back next Friday. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe.